Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is the winning window, week 10, and today's topic for the winning window is what is the best time to reprogram your subconscious mind? A lot of times, my clients keep asking me this question that, how do we reprogram our subconscious mind for our benefit? And what is the best time? Like, what would be the best time that we know that we can easily reprogram our subconscious mind? If you remember the last week's live, I had mentioned that the there are 5 ways of programming your subconscious mind, and the fifth one was trance. And if you remember, I had also said that you must, if you are going through the trance reprogramming, then the best way is you must meet one of the experts that you know or you can find out about, and with them you can reprogram your mind. With those who understand the best how the trance induction works and how the reprogramming can be done for you for your benefit, not just your benefit, but also looking at the whole ecosystem where if you want something from yourself or from your surroundings, then it's best that you understand that it has to maintain the ecosystem. If something that you strive to achieve which is not balancing the ecosystem, then your mind will always negate that thought or that goal. Or worse is probably if you by hook or crook win or achieve that thing that you go achieve it, you may sabotage some other area of your life because the ecosystem does not permit you to have that kind of access. So having said that, let's focus today that how can we use the best possible time where we can program or reprogram our subconscious mind for what we want. Uh, so when I say that when you reprogram your subconscious mind, what is a reprogramming? So we are basically, when you're born, you are a clean slate, and over a period of time till the age of 9, almost all the impressions are created in your mind, and your personality is developed because of these impressions, the experiences that you had from your socio-economical, academic, and religious background. Now, in this whole environment, when you acquire these experiences, they become pretty much your personality, they become your belief system, and then you recreate these experiences again and again in your life. Now, sometimes it happens that those programming that worked for us as a child, or maybe helped us, or maybe we didn't have much control over those programs. Now, when you grow up and when you want to achieve something else or you want to do something more in your life, those old programs come in the way of you achieving your new territories or experiencing new success or the goals that you want to achieve. So then what is it that you can do to reprogram? How do you eliminate the old programming and how can you install a new program in your brain? Now our brain is very simple. Human being is a creature of the habits. So right from the morning that you wake up till the night you sleep, if you observe that you're constantly following a certain sort of a routine, like right from waking up in the morning, going to the bathroom, brushing your teeth, taking shower, coming out, having the breakfast, getting dressed, going to the office, or wherever your respective place, or whatever you else you're doing. So what happens is now these things you are so much on autopilot that every day you don't need to think that I'm waking up now I need to go to the bathroom, now I take the toothbrush, now I put the paste, and now I start brushing my teeth. So we are not conscious all the time, or we don't focus on what we do consciously. It's pretty much has become an innate autopilot mechanism. So if you want to change your program, then you need to reinstall the habits that you feel will help you to progress in your goal. Now, the best time to do that, the reinstilling the habits, are two things. Like, first thing in the morning, that you set yourself up for something, that you follow a morning routine where you program you're very conscious, like now you're consciously helping yourself to program your brain in terms of your morning routine. And the other best time that you can do when you're also actually in the trance state, for me, I feel that it works better and it works really well. I have worked with people and I've seen that it really, really works well for them. That's the time when you're just going into the sleep mode. That's the time when your mind is actually, your conscious mind is actually gone off to sleep or actually going into sleep mode. So your conscious mind is a gatekeeper, whether to pick up this habit or not pick up the habit. So a lot of times it happens that if you focus on reprogram your subconscious mind, you need to put your conscious mind to sleep. And the best time is your just before the time that you go to sleep in the night. When you're excessively tired, exhausted, your brain doesn't kind of like it's going into the lull state where it wants to go back to drift into the sleep. Now, before that, if you start unwinding your day, it would be really, really amazing for you to reprogram your mind at that point of time. The other most important aspect to understand why you should reprogram your mind in the night is because your mind is processing about 40 million bits of information, that data per second. So it's very difficult for your mind to focus on everything that's happening, and your five senses are constantly giving the information. So your brain can't really focus on everything that's happening. So it's very critical, it's very essential that we consciously put in that information that we want to put in our subconscious mind, and that's the time that allows you to do that. Okay, so anyways, in the 24 hours your 5% is conscious and 95% is unconscious, so your most of the things are happening on autopilot. So the best possible time that you can start unwinding your night, or you before you go to bed and start reprogramming, is an hour before your bedtime. So I would suggest that you follow these steps that I'm going to tell you. How can you start unwinding and how can you appropriately start reprogramming your subconscious mind? So there's a routine that you must follow, that I call it like a morning routine. I also call it like a night routine. So you need to follow a certain kind of a night routine. So I personally do this. If it's possible for you, try and do this. Lock up your phones at least 2 hours prior to go to sleep. Okay, all the internet, all the data, all the TV screens off. So if you can do that, do it, or as much as time you can give, like at least an hour, which is recommended, because these screens that gives the radiation to the brain. The research says that this radiation on the brain reduces the level of melatonin, which is like a sleep hormone, and which is very crucial, very essential for us, because if you do not get a sound sleep, if you don't sleep deep, you don't sleep well, your body is not going to heal. Okay, the sleeping is very critical, and sleeping is supposed to be the best meditation for your brain, your mind, to release what's not needed and to also recuperate, rejuvenate you too for the next day morning. So it's very critical that you start unwinding your screens, like you stop looking at your screens. Okay, you can also do this, that you can start dimming the lights, reduce the lights that are there just a couple of hours before you go to sleep. The third thing you can do is gratitude exercise. Now, what's a gratitude exercise? Like for me, it's very essential that uh, before you sleep and when you wake up, like at least figure out five things in your life, five things or five people in your life that you are extremely grateful for that day. So it's probably sometimes it happens that when you're looking for gratitude, probably the same things will keep coming for ahead of you. And when thing is getting boring, it's kind of same people, same things are coming up again and again. Now remember this, that it's most important, and more than feeling the gratitude, it's the looking for it that makes a lot of difference. So you must make a second, the attempt to look for what are you grateful for today. So that's second. The first is, lock up your gadgets. The second thing is gratitude exercise. The third thing that works wonders to reprogram your mind and wind your mind before you start reprogramming is the breathing. Now, we are very unconscious and we don't really focus on our breathing. We don't understand, and most of people I observe are not even breathing fully. Some people just breathe till throat and some people go till chest. Okay, but if you see the kids, the young kids, they breathe through the abdomen. Their breathing comes from the navel, abdomen. So before you go to sleep, if you're more conscious, you put in more conscious efforts in breathing till your abdomen. That means you take a long breath, a deep breath till your abdomen. What you can do, the best way to reprogram this and make it unconscious is I felt it's very easy to do this. You take your left hand, put it on your navel, and then imagine that the breath going inside your body till your abdomen, and as it happens, your abdomen inflates, it comes out, and with that your left hand also comes out. So it's like kind of a sort of an anchoring on your abdomen that happens, that every time you put your hand on your navel, you automatically start breathing deep. Okay? Now you can do this through the day as well, but especially before you go to sleep and in your unwinding night routine, I suggest that you start breathing abdomen. And while you do that, you lie straight in your bed. Put your right hand on the side looking up towards the ceiling. Put your left hand on your navel and just breathe. Focus on your breath and slow, easy breath. Okay, slow, easy breaths. Now, once you do this, I guarantee you, and you'll observe this, you can test it and try it immediately. You'll automatically feel all your stress, all your anxieties going away. You start feeling a certain sort of a calmness in your body, in your mind. It naturally, that state starts inducing in your space, and that's what I call it, as a kind of a trance state where you're actually so calm, so centered, so serene feeling, and all your emotions are kind of sleeping now. While that's happening, I would suggest that you start visualization. Now that's the reprogramming. Okay, now every area, every emotion that you go through, what's basically an emotion? An emotion is an energy in motion. So you attach emotion to your thoughts. Each one of you, I assume that uh, you have your goals that you want to achieve. So your thoughts which are there for your goals or what you want to achieve in that goals, I suggest that you attach the emotions to it. Like once you achieve the goal, how would you feel? Would you feel excited? Would you feel enthusiastic? Would you feel that you've done it? You kind of like feel extremely good about it. What are the emotions that you will feel once you have achieved that goal? So I suggest that put those emotions in your visualization. Like visualization is basically having an image which has got an image of you have achieved your goal after that, and what exactly is happening in that image. What emotions are you projecting? It's very critical to have those emotions in the visualization, because otherwise the visualization fails. It's just at the thought level, and thought is basically your passive energy, or you can say it's a potential energy. The action is a kinetic energy, right? But in between that, what happens is the emotion. That emotion is giving you the fuel to convert this potential energy to the kinetic energy. So it's very important that you put in the emotions with the thoughts. That's how you'll be able to make the visualization come true for you. Okay. Now close your eyes, think about your dreams, as in, and put in emotions in that. All your dreams, all the aspects of your life, health, wealth, relationships, career, your personal development, your passion, your hobbies, what is that, the thing that you want to learn, anything new that you want to study. So all of that, you kind of put in all of that in your mental image and put all the emotions of all of this. Okay. Then after that, I would suggest that make the image brighter, colorful, big, bolder. You can add sounds to it, like when you achieve the goal, how would you make a sound? Like would you say "ooh," or would you say, "Oh, I'm feeling so amazing," or you're telling somebody that I'm just feeling so amazing that I could do this. So what is it that for you, that the sound that you will make once you achieve the goal? So use that sound as well. So you using the visuals, you're using the feelings, and you're also using the auditory sense. Now when you do all three of this, there's a certain sort of a synesthesia which is developed in your mind, and that makes it even more real. See, remember, the mind does not distinguish between what's real and what's unreal. So when you send these signals, the more and more senses involved in your imagination, that's how you will be able to make it work for you. Okay. And the fifth and the most important step, which probably nobody teaches. Okay. The fifth and the most important step in all of this night routine is let go. Let go means once you've done the visualization, once you did the reprogramming, now don't start thinking how, when, what, no questions asked. Just do it, just let it go, and no attachment. Okay? When will that happen? How will it happen? Etc. These are all anxious thoughts. So just keep all these anxious thoughts away and just talk to the universe before you go to sleep and say, I know, universe, whatever is supposed to happen, it will happen. I trust the process. And then just say thank you to the universe, thank you if you want to say thanks to your parents, if you want to say whoever is up there you want to say thanks to, just say thank you and just drift into the sleep. Now that's the night routine for you for reprogramming your subconscious mind. And by the way, a few people have asked me this question, so I'm answering this question. I personally, as a doctor, feel that people, when they're anxious, when they're stressful, when they're extremely, depressed, uh, I don't know who tells this, but people think the meditation will help them. Okay, let me tell you that when you're anxious, depressed, stressful, do not do meditations. Okay, because when you get into the meditation, you're actually deepening the state that you are in. If you're anxious, if you're stressful, you're depressed, you're going to deepen the state. You're going to increase the intensity of these emotions. So first, do something that will take your mind off this anxious, stressful, or depressed thoughts. And when you feel that your thoughts are calm or there are no thoughts precisely, that's where you get into the meditation. So that is an answer for you, those who have asked me this question, that whether they can go into the meditation when they are anxious, stressful, and depressed. So I would suggest don't do that because you're deepening the state. Only do the meditation when you are calm and centered. That will help you to elevate that state more and give you better results. So that's what it is for today. And I will see you next week once again at the evening window. And please don't forget to like the page, share the video, tag a friend if you feel like who would need probably this information. And I'll see you next week, Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. See you.